Hey everyone, Alex here. Welcome to another edition of the Bandsaw Life. Now today I want to go over the setup of a Harvey Alpha HW 615. This is their 15-inch saw. Got this in the other day, ran it through its paces. Now I've taken it back apart so that I can show you how I would tune it up. Now, it's best to do this setup before you install the table because that table's pretty heavy getting on and off. But since it comes basically not installed, why not go ahead and go through the setup of the saw? So what I want to do is I want to show you all the different adjustments that are on here, and then I'll go through the tune-up here. Now, the upper guide assembly is pretty straightforward. Loosen this up, and these are cams. They move in and out, and they also move forward and back. So if you have a wider blade, you can adjust to that. It's got your thrust adjustment, which slides back and out of the way. And then on the other side, that's so that we can adjust and loosen the other side of that guide. It also has a double Allen wrench head here, so that basically if that back thrust is not lined up center, well, you can adjust it side to side. So it does have all the adjustments that you would need to get everything right. Now on the bottom it has the knob which basically allows that thrust adjustment to go back, but instead of having this on both sides, they've made it to where you just simply loosen this, turn that out, and then you can turn the other one out, and this tightens both. So that assembly is in just one piece. So it also has these screws back here, which I would suggest that you set, because once you get that blade installed, it's hard to get that Allen screw down to that second piece. So make sure that you line that up as close as possible, and I'll show you what I mean here. I'm going to actually install the blade so that you can see where to adjust and align these guides. All right, now the blade that is made for this saw is a 132. I've got the 5/8 inch Greenwood blade by Carter that I'm installing this into place. Does have the quick release, so we can bring that down to the proper tension, rotate that. Then once you've got your tension set, which this is how it is tensioned. I didn't put full tension on it because, again, this is just installed the blade, so we don't want to make it to where it will tweak or bend that blade. But once I've got enough tension on it, then I can use my thrust adjustment back here to track where that blade should ride. Sometimes it's easier to take that tension off to do that tracking. It doesn't have quite as much pressure on it. And now we've got it set up to where the deepest part of the gullet is right in the center of the wheel. We've got our guides which need to be adjusted back or actually forward just a little bit, and we can do it two ways here. I can loosen these backs and slide them forward. On the top, again, all we have to do is bring the guides out. We don't have to move the whole assembly to get it to track there. So everything looks like it's going to line up real good. It's lined up with the center of that, so I don't have to adjust this any longer. So we're ready to go through this full tune-up here. Now the way this guide assembly is adjusted is I just loosen those up. I pull the bearings out so that the front edge is just behind the deepest part of the gullet. Whenever working with cams, I always like to bring them up from the bottom, never over the top, mainly because if something gets on the bearing or on the blade and it starts to hit those guides, those side guides, they get tighter and tighter if they're over the top. Whereas if they're up from the bottom, the worst thing that would happen is you could possibly readjust. But you can see I've got those set now. Now when I rotate that, I shouldn't get any movement, so I've got just a little bit on that side, so we'll bring that out just a smidge. As you can see, I've got just a little bit of movement on that assembly. Make sure we're not getting any movement in those bearings. And if it touches just a little bit and you can just touch that bearing and it stops, you're probably close enough. Now again, this lower guide, we just simply loosen this one side, and that's all we need to do to adjust both. And again, we want to come up from the bottom, not over the top. We'll snug that up. Let's see what we get. A little bit of movement there. Neither bearing is turning. We're good to go. Now the next setup, we need to do our thrust adjustments. All right, now these are simple. We just bring that up to the back edge. When we tighten this and rotate the wheel, that should not turn, just like it's set there. But just a very slight amount of pressure should make it turn. So we've got our upper tightened. Now let's do that bottom one. So we just simply loosen that, bring that up. You see we're getting a little rotation there, so we'll back that away just a smidge. Now we're set. Now if I touch right here in the center, both bearings should turn, which they do. We've got everything adjusted. We're ready to reinstall our table. All right, now I've got my blade tension loose. I'm going to take the blade off in order to reinstall the table. The table is extremely heavy, and I don't want to mess up the blade. And I don't have to readjust anything. I just need to take the blade off, put it back on, and retension it, and everything should be the same. Now, don't make the mistake that I did the first time and take these bolts out. These two bolts here actually go into the rack and pinion that keeps that table nice and level and smooth. So I took them out thinking that they had to be out of the way. They actually just protrude out enough once you've got the table into place. All right, now I'm told that this is a 14-inch cut capacity, so I always like to give it the full test. Safety first. Just like that, a perfect resaw top to bottom and end. Set the saw up right, it should cut perfect every time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Bandsaw Life content.